act of honoring the divine within ourselves and others. This video will explore ways in which different African spiritual philosophies illuminate the ideas of humans as children of the sun. Embodying divine energy, expressing love for others is inherently an expression of love for the divine. So let's look at an overview. African spirituality is not a monolithic belief system, but a collection of diverse traditions and philosophies that vary across the continent. Despite this diversity, certain common themes emerge, such as the reverence for ancestors, the interconnectedness of all life, and the belief in a supreme creator or a divine source. Central to these beliefs is the idea that humans can carry within themselves a divine essence or spark that connects them to the Creator and one another. The concept of the divine spark is deeply embedded in African cosmology. Among the Yoruba people of West Africa, for instance, it is believed that each individual possesses an ori, or an inner head, which is a personal deity and a fragment of the supreme being Olodumare. The ori is not only a guide, but also a reminder of the divine essence within. Similarly, in the Zulu tradition, the term umoya refers to the spirit or breath of life, a gift from Unkulunkulu, the creator, signifying a divine source that animates all living beings. So let's explore humanity as children of the sun. The metaphor of humanity as children of the sun resonates deeply with African spiritual perspectives. In many African traditions, the sun is not merely a celestial body, but a symbol of life, energy, and divine presence. The sun's ability to nurture, illuminate, and sustain life mirrors the divine qualities of love, creativity, and unity. In the cosmology of the Dogon people of Mali, the sun is seen as a vital source of spiritual energy that sustains not just physical life, but also spiritual consciousness. The Dogon believe that humans are imbued with nommo, a life force that originates from the divine and is symbolically linked to the sun. To be a child of the sun is to recognize one's inherent radiance and divine potential, reflecting the qualities of the divine source. The idea is also echoed in the Akan concept of Kra, which refers to the soul or life force given to an individual by Nyame, the supreme creator. The Kra is believed to be a spark of the divine, a luminous essence that connects humans to their spiritual origin. To honor one's Kra is to acknowledge the divine within and to live in harmony with others and the universe. So let's look at interconnectedness and the principle of Ubuntu. One of the most profound expressions of interconnectedness in African spirituality is the principle of Ubuntu, which can be summarized as I am because we are. Ubuntu emphasizes the belief that an individual's humanity is inextricably linked to the humanity of others. This principle aligns with the idea that loving one another deeply is a way for expressing love for the divine source, as we are all interconnected and share the same divine essence. Ubuntu teaches that acts of love, kindness, and compassion are not merely moral obligations, but spiritual practices that honor the divine spark in others. When one person thrives, the entire community benefits. When one suffers, all are affected. The communal ethos that reflects the belief of the divine resides not only within individuals, but in the relationships that bind us all together. In practical terms, Ubuntu manifests in rituals, ceremonies, and everyday interactions that emphasize mutual respect, support, and collective well-being. For example, among the Shona people of Zimbabwe, the concept of hunhu, a term akin to Ubuntu, underscores the importance of solidarity and mutual care as expressions of spiritual alignment with the divine. So let's talk about the role of ancestors in the spirit world. African spirituality also emphasizes the role of ancestors as intermediaries between the divine and the living. Ancestors are considered custodians of wisdom, guiding their descendants and ensuring the continuity of spiritual traditions. They are venerated through rituals, offerings, and prayers, which are acts of love and gratitude that acknowledge their ongoing presence and influence. The belief in ancestral guidance reinforces the idea of interconnectedness and the shared divine essence. Ancestors are not separate from the living, but are part of a continuous spiritual lineage that connects past, present, and future generations. This continuity reflects the cyclical nature of existence, where love and energy flow seamlessly between realms, uniting all of creation. By honoring ancestors, individuals also affirm their connection to the divine source. The act of remembering and venerating those who came before is a way of recognizing the divine spark that transcends space and time, binding all beings in a web of spiritual unity. I've also done other videos in the past about the special nature of our DNA and how that links us to our ancestors in a way that continues to keep their spirits alive. In African spirituality, love is more than just an emotion, but a sacred duty and a force for healing and transformation. Love is seen as the essence of the divine and the glue that holds the universe together. To love deeply is to align oneself with the divine will and to participate in the ongoing creation and sustenance of life. Expressions of love take many forms, from communal rituals and storytelling to acts of generosity and reconciliation. Among the Igbo people of Nigeria, the concept of Manudu, the beauty of life, emphasizes the importance of living in harmony with others and nurturing relationships as a way of honoring the divine. This philosophy underscores the belief that love is not only directed towards individuals, but also towards the community, nature, and the cosmos. The practice of love is also evident in African healing traditions, where spiritual healers, such as sangomas or babalaos, work to restore balance and harmony within individuals and communities. Healing ceremonies often involve songs, dances, and prayers that call upon the divine and celebrate the interconnectedness of all of God's children. These rituals serve as reminders that love and compassion are essential tools for maintaining spiritual and social equilibrium. So, how does nature reflect the divine? African spirituality places great emphasis on the sacredness of nature, viewing the natural world as a reflection of the divine. River, mountains, forests, animals are not merely physical entities, but embodiments of spiritual energy and wisdom. This reverence for nature reinforces the belief that all life remains interconnected and imbued with divine essence. Among the Ashanti people of Ghana, for example, we will find they believe that certain trees and rivers are inhabited by spirits and serve as conduits for making communication with the Most High God. By respecting and caring for the natural world, individuals express their love for the divine and acknowledge their place within the larger web of creation. This perspective aligns with the idea of humans as children of the sun, whose radiance and vitality are sustained by the natural world. Just as the sun nourishes all living beings, humans are called to nurture and protect the environment as an expression of their responsibility to the Most High God and all of creation. In conclusion, we embrace the divine spark within us and among us. African spirituality, in its many forms, offers a rich and holistic understanding of the divine spark within humanity and the interconnectedness of all of God's children as life. By recognizing ourselves as children of the sun, we affirm our shared destiny, our divine potential and responsibility to love one another deeply. Through principles such as Ubuntu, reverence for ancestors, and the respect for nature, African spiritual traditions teach us that expressing love for others is a profound act of honoring the Most High God, our divine source. In a world that is often marked by so much war and battles and division and disconnection, the wisdom of our African ancestors teaches us to transform the power of love. By embracing these teachings, we can cultivate a deeper sense of purpose, a true sense of harmony, spiritual fulfillment, living energetically as true reflections of the divine light, which connects us all.